We're doing it, man. 2019 to 2021. It's January 19th, 2021. 6:50 in the p.m. And we're going to try to get this stuff done here. This should be public, and this should be under gaming. This should be painting streams. No, it's not made for kids. I got all my dang old things. Live chat should be on. Everything should be situated. Just making sure the old chat works as we go into it, baby. Hell yeah. Let me know if the music is a little bit too loud. It's right on negative 24 decibels, but with OBS, you never really know. Alright. Live chat should be on, so even though there's a delay, I should be able to see everything. And let's see if this works. Oh, it's working today. Hello, everybody, and today we're going to be working on some lovely painting for D&D miniatures, but not just any D&D miniatures. No. This is going to be D&D miniatures that I kit bashed out of random toys that I found from Goodwill, mostly Goodwill by the pound. As we take a look at here, we see our lovely Chimera. I think my favorite part of this one is the custom little... Oh, come on now, focus. The custom little snake tail that I made myself. And our other lovely Chimera, I didn't use a dragon head on this one because I didn't have a dragon head that was this like scale. So I used a dinosaur head, which it should be fine. I mean, this is supposed to be all custom anyways. But I did make a very goofy looking snake tail for this one as well, which is great. Hello, everybody. So, in addition, when I was doing the green stuff to make the, I blended in the wings and whatnot. If you can see here, this is all green stuff blended, and a little green stuff blending on the dinosaur there. And I did a lovely job, actually, on the goat. Actually, I did the best job with the green stuff blending. So, but these are cheap miniatures. This is a cheap product, so I'm not going to be going crazy painting. However, I did find some very nice pictures of chimeras. Can I actually show that? Yeah, see, look at that. And of course, Hot Dad was nice enough to say that I could use his music. Now, with music on YouTube, obviously, there's always issues with the music on YouTube. So, yeah. We'll have to see what's going on. But Hot Dad did let me use this music, so we're listening right now to the Finite Summer, the Synth Down full album, and we'll be kind of listening to this in the background. Again, if you're in the chat right now, let me know if the audio is too high. But I saw these amazing pictures of chimeras, so I'm sort of going to try for a paint scheme sort of like that. And then maybe like a little bit more of a simpler one on my more traditional Chimera. And I do have some images here. Aw, look at a little tank baby there. Look at that little rhino. That's awesome. So that's what I'm looking at on my computer here. Boom. So let's just go back and see where we're at. Live stream. Playback seemed to be good. The stream health seems to be... Let's check the stream health here. Healthy. There we go. Excellent. No data loss. We got some nice stuff here. So yeah. Right. So we got some viewers here, so if anybody has any questions, I'm going to get right down to the painting, everybody. With this new setup here, it seems to be working okay. I, of course, have my classic camel hair crappy brush that I use for all my painting. Eventually this thing is just going to disintegrate, but not today. And I have some lovely gray here that I'm going to use for the base coat of the Mr. for the very unique Chimera here that I have for the Rhinoceros. So I'm going to be using this up as I get a nice dirty gray coat of paint on the Rhinoceros parts. Hey Sean, hey Andy, hey Ben, hey Skillcake. Have you seen the monster miniatures on Amazon? 98 monster miniatures, they're cheaper quality. Oh yeah, if you're talking about the, I think you might be talking about the SCS Direct monster encounter miniatures, or I forget what the exact name of those are. But if you're talking about the SCS Direct things, I believe they're called, oh god, I don't even remember. But yeah, there are a lot of new ones on things. So, but yeah, no, those are a lot like their previous fantasy stuff, except they're kind of scaled for D&D. If those are what I'm thinking about, that I just did a review, and I actually did one of my very few paid reviews for their Townsfolk ones, and their Townsfolk ones are great. There's some interesting ones in the Townsfolk line. Well, I hit the snake tail a little bit too much, but that's fine. We got multiple miniatures to paint here, so if I hit this one a little bit too much, it's perfectly fine, because we are not going for perfection today at all, not even a little bit. We're going to leave a little bit of white. You can see I did these in very light gray. So, we're seeing these. So, gray base coat. Already this is looking like a really fun miniature here. I'm definitely going to go for this one again. Let's see the questions here. Hey, David! Always nice to see you again, man. Did you ever have a video for painting Technolog miniatures? Those are the miniatures, which they are the Russian ones. Gosh, I don't know. Painting the Russian miniatures. It seems like that's one of the ones that was kind of earlier back in the day. So I'm not sure if that's going to be on my painting streams or not. Let's see here. Yeah, no, actually, that's like the... If you looked at my painting stream, that's actually like the first one. I paint some of the... I believe this is the one where I paint the werewolves. Either that or the Vikings. So yes, that one has me painting those Russian miniatures. Have you played Frost of the Rime of the... Andy, did you do this on purpose to screw me up? Yes, I have played Rime of the Frost Maiden. I was actually playing it with some of the people from my Discord. So again, you know what? I'm going to drop a Discord link because you reminded me to, because I had to stop running that Rime of the Frost Maiden game because there weren't enough people interested. So I wanna put the Discord link on there. If you're interested in the discourse, basically people are just sharing their painting projects, they're sharing their crafting projects, and every once in a while we do some D&D stuff in there. So nothing scheduled right now because the Wednesday game that I was playing Rime of the Frost Maiden, that kind of fell apart because they're just, people were just too busy. I mean, Wednesdays used to be a good time, no longer. So there's the Discord link. Yes, these are, I wouldn't call them kit bashing, because kit bashing kind of implies that you are using official miniatures. These are more like, these are just a crafting project, where I am just putting together chimeras, and as you can see, I used toys from the Goodwill by the pound. And this guy is a rhinoceros with a gazelle head and a big oversized dragon head, which I don't know. I'm hopefully gonna try to improve that with the paint job a little bit. And then I did a more traditional one with a lion body with a goat head and a dinosaur head, because I did not have a dragon head that would be in scale with this, with some of lovely wings from a set of toys. And then I sculpted a derpy snake for the tail there. So yes, these are chimeras made from just Goodwill by the pound stuff. This is another one of my series of the improv crafting thing. Let's see here. Yeah, the Rhino was definitely... I mean, I thought I only had, like, one Rhino, so I was like, well, what? Boy, I don't want to ruin just this one Rhino. But then I realized I actually have, like, 3 Rhinos from the Goodwill by the Pound stuff, so it's just... There's no reason for me to, like, not use this. For the Lion, we're not going to be fancy. We're going to be using the... we're going to be using the Reaper Series older... golden brown for the base coat on the Lion. I want to see if I can get this in an area. My wet palette's dying quickly here. I need a new... I 100% need a brand new dang old... I need a dang old, what do you call it? The sponge for the wet palette here. Because this one is very quickly dying. And we're going to use a very little bit of flow improver. I like the Artist Acrylic Flow Improver. This stuff is amazing to use with older paints like this, where they might have dried up a little bit. So I'm just going to add a drop to that. So when we do this base coat, we'll automatically have some lovely... it will flow easier, flow into the cracks, because there is a little bit of detail on this line. It's not the greatest, but there is some detail on this line. And we can see here from the Chimera, and yeah, the Lion is, you know, it does have a dark, kind of darker base coat, and then this goes really light. So we're going to use this for the whole thing, and then if we want to get fancy, we can use some, dang old washes. But, yeah. Can we pop out this chat? Let's pop out the chat, see what that looks like. Whoa! There we go. Alright, cool. Andy P. still baking bread. No, unfortunately, I am trying to go on a diet right now, so I'm going to be baking some... I'm going to be baking something paleo. I'm not sure what. But, yeah, no, I have a bunch of, I got a bunch of, there was a big sale on the paleo pancake and waffle mix. So I'm going to be trying that to see how delicious that is. But I will definitely be baking more bread in the future. Just not right now, because I'm trying to trim down, because the winter weather just is absolutely just destroying my ability to work out, unfortunately. I've been trying to do a lot of dumbbell exercises and stuff, trying to save up money for a weight bench so I can do proper dumbbell exercises. You see now I'm painting the Lion base coat brown, but I'm trying to avoid hitting that base coat on the derpy snake. There we go. Look how derpy that snake is. So I really outdid myself on this little traditional guy here. I didn't think this one would look as nice as it does, but it does. It looks amazing. Slow mode is on. Kai, welcome. Welcome, Kai. Yeah, I don't think I have many Manticore actual, like, miniatures. I have one of the, I believe I have 2 of the old school Hasbro runs that I've been able to grab throughout the years. And I think I have one of the, like, the White Dragon Manticore, I think, from Pathfinder. I think I have that. Oh, yeah, this is not. Give me more. Give me more brown. We'll finish this. So, but again, this is just a, this is a, what would you call it? It's not an experiment, but yeah, this is a project in trying to be creative with what you got. And what I had was a lot of toys and whatnot, so just trying to hit the Lion parts here. And again, if everybody can give me an update, make sure the music and everything is doing pretty good. Do you ever play After the Bomb? That sounds very familiar, but no, I have not played that. It sounds familiar, but I definitely have not played After the Bomb. That sounds very, it sounds interesting. I always love the post-apocalypse stuff, whether it's a board game or a video game. Love the survival video games. That's really awesome. I should have actually maybe done some modeling to improve this guy. But why not? Whatever. This is my life. Yeah, okay. Why did I do that? Alright, there we go. Alright, base coat done. The wings. So, if I go back to the screen capture here, you can see all my little things that I'm doing here. The wings of this Chimera, that's kind of one I want to get. So, they're really... I mean, this is an amazing model, obviously, so... But I kind of want to go for something like this. So maybe like a very light tan to start off with. And maybe I'll just get that effect. Almost like a yellowish, not even a tan. Sort of like almost like a flesh tone yellow. And then maybe I'll just get I'll get where this is with using some dang old washes and whatnot. What am I looking at here? What's your thoughts on unofficial 5e content? Yeah, I mean, unofficial 5e, the Kobold Press stuff is very good. I like their monster books. I forget what they're called, but they're the big giant Kobold Press monster book stuff. I like it a lot. You know, I mean, people can have their own things. I think like anything, it's gonna vary dramatically from thing to thing. So, you know, I like certain stuff. I don't use a ton of it. Right now I'm going to try to use some of the contrast paint for the snake heads. I don't know how well this is going to work, but, you know, it'll be nice for a base coat, just to see where I'm at. Very amateurish effects with this snake head here, in terms of the, you know, in terms of the texture and whatnot. But I mean, come on. I mean, this is a goofy model. Let's not pretend to be Picasso here. There we go. And we're going to use the same for the dinosaur head. Some dang old contrast paint in there for kind of a base layer type dealio. So we kind of see how the dinosaur head's gonna improve in there. Alright, so that's good for that. You know what? I'm gonna do the base. I'm gonna do the. I was really struggling. I kind of want to do like the kind of lightish green dragon thing. Warhammer Manticore from Undead Army. Well, I mean, I think maybe the idea that the Manticore is kind of like a undead creatures because like it's kind of put together by parts and stuff. So, yeah. I mean, I would give them that. What the heck is this? Alright. Hot Dad, what are you doing here? You're gonna get me busted if you keep on using... Now, this is Neil Sigaria. See, I can't... Come on. Let's go back to Hot Dad here. There we go. Painting up. So I don't know where the dragon head or the wings came from this, but it's obviously some sort of like toy where you can like kind of put them together and take them apart and mix and match them a little bit. So an interesting toy, but I mean obviously they weren't really set up to be miniatures, so they did not look that great. So I don't feel so bad about cutting them up and using them for a project like this. And Blackmagic Craft really inspired me to, like, you know, I can't keep on hoarding all this stuff. I gotta use it for projects, or I gotta get rid of it. That's how this is going. So, already, that's not looking that bad. I mean, the dragon head on this thing is way too big, but I'm hoping in the end the colors will kind of draw your eye away from the unbalanced aspect of it, perhaps? Alright. Rifts! Great post-apocalypse. Yes, Kai, I definitely know Rifts. Rifts is a game that I found a bunch of the books for, which is super interesting. When I bought the Rifts book from the thrift store, the woman was like very seemingly unbalanced, was like trying to like say that like that was real, and like the Rifts book that I bought had some like hellscape on it and stuff. So she was like, I think she was some sort of like Christian person, which was like trying to claim that was like a realistic depiction of hell. And it's just like, oh boy, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure where you're getting your information from there, lady, but yeah. Alright, this goat here had a very dark... I think I am going to use the same gray for this goat. It's just, you know, just a dark gray undercoat will be fine. This little guy here. Okay. Looks like they used a little bit of blue and then just lighter coats of white afterwards. And again, these are basically toys we're painting here, so we're not gonna go crazy trying to make these things look amazingly amazing. There we go. Oh, base coat shaping up very nicely for these guys. Look at that. Look at that base coat already. Already. I did not have confidence in this miniature when I put it together, but this is already looking way better than I thought. This is not Soundgarden music playing. This is Hot Dad. Actually, no. This is what is this? This is actually his serious band, Girls Who Care, and he was nice enough to let me know that I could use his music for streaming. But being YouTube, I don't know if somebody's going to claim this regardless, because YouTube is just so lovely with you playing any music, and just random people will claim it, and then, you know, you can't make money on your video, or they'll make you take the video down when... It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. So that's why I was pretty much doing just Otis McDonald and Incomtech music for the past, like, you know, year of streaming. But Hot Dad did offer his music, so I will see. I will see. Hot Dad is very amazing music. Girls Who Care is a very amazing music. Same guy is in both bands. And, boy, I hope to God I don't get claimed. But if I do, I do, you know? It's annoying, but, like, that's the reality of what we're dealing with on YouTube right now. Yes, Green Guy. These are chimeras that I put together from toys. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Putting together chimeras with toys. This is brown as well. You're not going to use a brown on this one. Let's see here. That's actually really great. I'm doing a little bit of a leather brown. Let's do a little bit of a light brown. I'm going to drop a white on there. Base coat of this gazelle type guy here. Let's just see what that looks like. Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, I did a really good job with the green stuff sculpting on some of these little bits. You know? Yep, very nice. Very nice. Base coat pretty much done on this other guy, too. Which, again, that big dragon head is very weird. But you know what? I'm just gonna see. You know, you have to experiment with stuff like this. I didn't have any other dragon heads, so. Let's see here. Have you ever... Mutant Chronicles miniatures. I've seen those. I don't believe I have any. Rift's reference, which I don't get because I have the books, but I have not perused them yet. Let's see what we got here. All right. Large picture of these. So I have the Reaper Bones USA Lizette Elven Mage miniature, which is a very nice miniature. I mean, this is amazingly good. So I might try to do a little bit of painting on this. Just base coat stuff. I'm not going to go crazy. I don't think I'm going to actually finish this tonight. Oh, what is this? Why is this not... Oh, this is not becoming... Here we go. So I'm just going to do some base coat on this while I let this Chimeras dry. It's always nice to have multiple projects while you're doing stuff like this, so while you base coat and stuff, you can make sure your time is spent doing all. Have I ever done voiceover work? Absolutely not. I tried to do voiceover for a fan project once, and they did not use it. And that was it. That's been the solitary thing of my voiceover work. I would certainly like to do voiceover work. I've just not, you know, we've not really done. Not really had any opportunities to do so. Yeah, the amount of detail on this miniature is just really good. I mean, like this is PVC. You know, obviously used to be considered the cheapest of the cheap when it came to miniatures. But dang, the amount of detail that's on this is absolutely crazy. And obviously, I think this is going to be definitely like up there when you consider some of the resin stuff that larger companies do. I mean, this miniature is going to be right up there with it, despite being, you know, a PVC miniature, which is not considered to be the best of the best in terms of quality or anything. I like this music. I really hope this doesn't get claimed. Again, he's given permission to use this music, but again, there's so many, like, just random companies that will randomly, they'll randomly just, like, claim stuff. Like, there's the Open Sessions, which is supposed to be, it's supposed to be, like, classic music, that they did a whole Kickstarter to, like, record classic music, so it's 100% within the, 100% within the realm of, like, you know, copyright 00. It should be completely okay to use that recording, but you still get claimed if you use it because there's so many monetized recordings of that classical music And in the YouTube system, there's just no thing. I mean, you can talk about how like the system. Oh, by the way, I am painting my little deep sea worm guy here. I didn't. There wasn't much else I could do with the sculpt, so I'm just gonna paint him up. If if you kind of look at what this guy is, I mean, this is the guy that I'm painting right now. You can see in real life they are like weird flesh colored, I guess. Yeah, I'm not. I'm just gonna go with like purple and then kind of go up to a very light purple with this guy, and I will see how that works. So let's see here. What else are we looking at? Chat always gets hidden. Can I ask you? Okay, what am I painting? Chimera. Okay. Can I ask you for? I'm sorry, Hillestein. Can I ask you for some sort of life in general? I mean, you know, I am not the type of person who's going to be able to give you good advice for life in general. Sadly, feel free to ask, but unfortunately, there's no guarantee that I'm going to be able to give you any kind of good advice. But yeah, I will attempt to answer any question. Just I can't guarantee if it's general life advice. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to help you out. All right, so I brushed some paint on this. I'm using some purple tone wash just to try to get in the recesses of this little guy here, so I can just do dry brushes afterwards. Give him maybe a little bit of a mottled look. That's nice. We'll see how that looks when it dries, but already that guy's looking pretty neat. Alright. Put that guy to dry. Put him there. Alright. Let's see here. Concurrent viewers, 19. That's not bad. Again, I never, 100% never, advertise these screens because I'm very yes, let's get back to painting. Alright. Oh, nice. Alright, these wings need a base coat. Wings need a base coat, and I'm trying to go for a very fancy almost like a very light brown, reddish almost. So I'm actually going to use the same little bit of stuff that I used on the wings there. Dot it. A little bit of red if I can. Give me kind of a brownish. Let's see how that looks. It doesn't look too bad. Alright, I think that's good. And again, the base coat on this pretty dang light. So this is kind of like the look that I kind of want right now. And then we'll hopefully be able to get the effect that I want without any issues or something here. So I'm getting the nice kind of light brown coating. I can use washes and a little bit of dry brush. Come on, coat. Coat these wings, please. These wings are actually really nice. I bought like a packet of these weird dragon dinosaur toys, things that had interchangeable parts. And they all had the same wings. But like these are pretty neat. What can you do when you've been feeling bad for a long time?
I wish I had an answer for that. Unfortunately, I have been dealing with a lot of bad times in my life, and I don't have an answer for you. I know that you have to just keep on trying different things, and unfortunately, that process doesn't really stop. Unfortunately, so there's no short advice. I could talk on here for hours about what I tried. But I mean, it really comes down to understanding like what really matters in your life in terms of your, your physical well-being and your mental well-being and whatnot, and trying to understand like what you need to do to get back on the right path. But I mean, that's going to be very different for everybody. And I'm unfortunately with my own situation, like the way I've had to deal with the bad times in my life is going to be very different than what other people do. So, there's absolutely nothing wrong with trying to research self-improvement and trying to figure out what you can do in your own life to try to improve. But I mean, don't take advice from people who aren't like experts. If you're having issues with the mental aspect of your life, make sure you're not taking advice from like just your regular general practitioner or doctor. Make sure you actually go to somebody who's used to that. I made a huge mistake when I took advice from my primary care doctor gave me some advice that ended up being very bad. And it came from a place of, he was just trying to do his job, but he's not an expert on like mental health or anything. So I really should have like gone to somebody who actually knows about mental health rather than taking advice from somebody who's just an expert supposedly of physical health. So but yeah, I mean, you have to a lot of the advice that I had, which is good, is that you have to control the things in the life that you can control. I mean, you can control how you can control in your life like a lot of your immediate things, and figure out like what is what's causing you immediate problems and what you can do to solve those problems, and make sure that you are not But again, it's really, that's really a question that is yeah, I mean, it's going to be wildly different depending on who you are and whatnot. So I don't want to give too much advice when it comes to that, because again, my own journey into like making sure that I'm not actually completely wasting my life is something I'm still working on, and I don't think my situation really bears much resemblance to a lot of other people's situations. So you're all individuals. You all have to find your own path, and it will not be easy. But you have to keep on changing what you can change, and stay busy and try not to allow things that you cannot change to take over your life. That's all you can do. I think keeping busy in physical activity is something that you need to do as well. And you have to figure out what sort of thing is, what sort of stuff you enjoy doing. So that's not, it's not going to be the same for everybody else. Some people can, get really into running. Like I never could. I was never a runner. I still will jog to try to get, my health a little bit better, but running was never a thing. Lifting weights is definitely something that I enjoy a lot more. And you can always do body weight exercises at home without paying for a gym or anything. There's, you can do push-ups, sit-ups, planking, and stuff. And you shouldn't allow yourself to get discouraged just because things don't have immediate effects. But yeah, I'm not the person to be giving advice like that, so.
All right, so we got our wings painted here, base coated. Bicycling is great. I did get my bicycle out last summer. Yeah, dollar store wagons. The dollar store wagons are definitely a very good deal. If you want to join the Discord and show off some of your pictures, there is a projects tab for that. Let's just see here. But if you invite more people, Robert. So if you want to share those to the entire community, you can go ahead and do that. Oh man. And apparently there's a lawsuit against Gale Force 9. Or something like that, where some of the miniatures, there's a lawsuit about that stuff. Some interesting stuff there. I need to research that. Alright, what am I looking at here? Alright. Okay. So I think these wings are going to look good after they dry. I'm going to do some ivory on the old horns here. And maybe some of the teeth. Because there's a lot of that, so we can do that. While we wait for other stuff to dry. The Reaper Tusk Ivory. I really like this as a base coat for, pretty much anything that has to do with ivory. Tusks, horns, that's all good. Look at the cheat images here to see how far the horns actually go on a real antelope. God, I like this music a lot. I hope this doesn't get claimed. Gale Force 9 suing Wizards of the Coast over contract. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on there with the weird, contract stuff in terms of miniatures and stuff like that. It's always weird that, Wizards of the Coast, it's incredibly restrictive in some aspects, which I understand on, obviously I understand on some level why things are so restrictive. I get it on some level. But, yeah, man, I just don't, I'm going to be very interested in reading that up after I get done with this stream. Yeah, I mean, going back to in-person stuff with COVID sucks a lot. All you can really do is wear a mask and remember to social distance. I think the 6-foot thing is a little bit too close. I say, unfortunately, you'll have to try to put at least 10 feet between you and other human beings. That's what I do at my job.
have so many free samples of purple. Let's just see anything else. Glancing around, trying to find the paint. Let's get a little bit of crimson in there. So I like the. I'm looking at the Chimera image here. And I like the. I like that kind of dark red color there for the horns. So I want to try to do that for the dragon horns here. Dark enough. This is blood red. Abomination gore. It's nice. A little bit of black in there too. Paint. No paint. Have you tried sculpting with dry air clay? No, I have not. I'm pretty cheap when it comes to new materials, so I like to try to find a place that has them on clearance or deep discount. And I really haven't found any air dry clay. I normally work with the Sculpey, which is the oven baked stuff. So we'll have to see. Oh man. Hello, Leon Garrett. Yes. I'm painting chimeras made out of random stuff. Hello, Stephen McKee.
try it the next time I manage to get my hands on some. That's nice. I like that. Very simple, but not very good. Ending the wingtips with a little bit of darkness here is very nice. I'm probably putting too much work into these, considering these are toys and whatnot. But you know, you work on the cheaper miniatures, so when you work on the more expensive miniatures, you will already be an expert at doing all this little stuff to make the little details pop. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Alright, good. Alright, spending a little bit too much time with the wings. I'm going to do a little bit of a dry brush before the... I am going to do a little bit of dry brush before the wash, I think. What is the best color for antlers? I found that you can usually use any kind of tusk or a little bit of bone mixed with a very little bit of light brown, and then if you just wash it with strong tone, that's pretty good for tusks. I'm sorry, that's pretty good for antlers, and then you can dry brush them the same tusk afterwards. All right. Alright, dry brush. Smaller dry brush, please. I'll use the Dwarven. Ooh, that's nice. Alright. So we're going to dry brush the leathery wings with some very light brown. Whatever little detail is there, just hopefully get it to pop a little bit. Yeah, we might have to just go straight up white. This is not. Alright, so that's very nice. Just do a little bit of dry brush on the wings, so when we hit them with that wash, there's going to be some nice little bits you can see. Alright, so almost ready for washes. The lion definitely needs to have like a kind of yellowish, so I'm going to take the mixture I already have, a little bit of pale saffron, I believe, and mix that in with the white and brown that I already had there. Have a nice lighter nice little dry brush, pretty much everywhere. I think the main, I think we're gonna get that effect with hit the main two and the main face too, because we're going to try to get that face lightened up a lot. We want to get some dry brushing on the main, because we're going to hit that with the... We're going to hit that definitely with the... Get a little bit of light. Get the face a much lighter color then the just highlights on the top. Ears, I think I'm actually gonna hit a little bit of actual, get some dang old, make sure so they stand out from the main. Not the nose. I'm not gonna hit that with the white yet. But yeah, you can already see that just with like basic stuff. Like you can already see that even though this is a cheap miniature, you can already get like an artificial amount of detail in it, which from like 3 feet away is going to look way better. So the quality of the miniature. Yeah, Tusk in light brown. What I did specifically, I believe I used, and again, you can really use any. I used Tusk Ivory color with some Dirty Bone, I believe. And then I basically did that, and then you hit it with a strong brown wash, and you let that dry, and then you can dry brush it to whatever specific sort of thing you want.
Hey, it's Hot Dad here. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like what I'm making, blast that subscribe button, smash the share, slam those social media links.
That's such a good album. I'm so glad that we did. Let's go back to the synth Hot Dad stuff as we go along here. Oh, we're checking out all the cool stuff. All right, so I don't think we're gonna do anything crazy with the old body of the thing here. So we've done that dry brush. Chimera goat head. I mean, that's just dark and then light. So I might do a little bit almost like a... I don't think I'm going to do light. I don't think I can get away with that. I think I'm just going to do light gray for the face of the goat. Just try to get some light gray in there. This is not light enough. Come on. Share light gray, please. Yeah, that's not working at all. Grab some dang old dry brush, please. Okay, there we go. So he's the head. Straight up white.
Alright, cool. So we're already looking pretty good for the base coat and dry brush of all the stuff. Let that dry completely. Wait for the thing. And I think the dry brush on the Rhino is going to be next, though. I want to look at the... I think I'm going to do a dry brush of that white right on this. Ugh. My poor wet palette is not doing its job anymore. Gonna have to replace that sponge. Not working. Paint is not performing like it is supposed to work. There's paint on this freaking dry brush, but it's just not dry brushing. Oof. See here. Cat in a box. What are the names of these two channels? The D&D and RPG stuff. I mean, just, you know, what do I like for D&D and RPG stuff? Wally DM is pretty good for, he's done a bunch of cool videos about traps and stuff. I'm trying to remember. Wally DM, DM stuff. Where do I go for DM stuff? Well, congratulations on your first campaign. trying to get my dry brush here. Hello, Mr. Valandus. Bright enough. Let's see here. Wow, it's not. Missed the dry brush on that foot. Dry brush, please. Get that dry brush. Oh, I did not do the base coat very well. I should have just based this guy. I should have just primed this guy dark gray. There we go. Alright, so what do you guys think? Do you think the paint job is helping hide the fact that the dragon head is way too big for this body? That's just looking good. Gosh, I almost don't want to do a wash on that. It's actually looking really good without the wash. I just want to spot that and just, you know, get some of the little pieces that are not go. Dang, that's so... It's looking remarkably good for a toy rhinoceros. That's looking really nice. I don't think I'm going to do a wash on that. I'll do a wash on the other bits, but not on the rhinoceros. I think that's good enough. Oh... First campaign, Siege Zone of a Grand City is about orcs who attacked a village. You need to find out who the BEG is and destroy the orcs. Nice. Wally DM, actually. But I don't... If you were asking me about D&D stuff for crafting, then I would be able to say pretty much the entirety of the Tabletop Crafters Guild. The Tabletop Crafters Guild has a lot of amazing people in it, including Black Magic Craft, who's great, Bard's Craft, who's also amazing. A lot of cool people. Alright. This is actually looking really good. Okay. Now, right. Abomination. Alright. Take out some tongues here with this Abomination red, I believe. Ooh, this is looking very nice. I mean, obviously now, I honestly think this as it is right now, this miniature as it is right now, made out of cheap toys, looks way better than, like, a pre-painted miniature. Already, and I'm not even done with it. Ah, so nice. Like, it really helps sometimes. And again, guys, like, I'm doing, like, some crazy stuff. I'm looking at some, like, to do this, I'm looking at something that, like, look at that. Like, that is such a good paint job, but I'm getting inspiration from that, and I'm not using all the techniques from that, but I am using little bits and pieces of stuff from that to paint these up, and I think it's going pretty good. So, we're going to go with my technique now of using strong tone. I got dark tone, got soft tone, strong tone. I'm going to use some strong tone on the... Well, do I want to start washes yet? I think I got to do something else with the stuff here. So this is very, very light green. So I might do some little touchy-ups using some light green. Let's see here. I got this meadow green, which would be kind of cool. I got this fucking deeper green here, which I think I'm going to try to just... Or not. Meadow green, there we go. So meadow green. I'm gonna get some white. Just try to touch up some of these dragon parts, I think. To mix the two together, we're going to get some very, very light green. lighter green. Back to the... So we need to make that into tusks. So we're going to go back to the tusk ivory. Ivory in there. Make sure the ends of these horns are just tusk ivory as heck. So that's... I like that, though, because I think the weird paint job is helping to... Oh, an owlbear head. Oh, my God. That would be perfect. Oh, my God. A two-headed owlbear. With the body of a bear, but the head of an owl. And the head of a bear. A three-headed owlbear. On one side. A bear on the other side, an owl, and in between them, an owlbear head. That's a good one. If I had any, I did have a bear body that I was considering using, but if I had any dang old owlbear stuff, then I would definitely consider doing that. All right, so what am I looking at here? All right, I think I need some bright white, and I'm gonna hit up these antlers with a little bit of this bright white here. And then I'm going to hit it with a wash, I think. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. You know, this Manticore has blue eyes on the ghost, so I think I'm going to try to do that on this. Yeah, I don't want to do so I need to get some dark blue, just solid blue. Try to do that. This is working so much better than I thought it was. These things are coming together so much nicer than I thought it was. These look like legit, like, miniatures. I'm so happy with this dumb project. What would you make from an elephant body? I actually wanted to just make an elephant who was carrying, like, a bunch of stuff on it. Like, just an elephant that was just being used for, like, just a massive... Just to transport a massive amount of stuff. That's what I'd really like to use for now. Alright, I think yellow eyes for the dinosaur would be good. Yeah, yellow eyes for the dinosaur, definitely. So that dinosaur got caught with the wings. So make sure that it's darker. Oh yeah. I love it when a project comes together this nicely. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, yes, indeed you do. This turned out really nice. Yeah. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Dang it, I don't even know if I want to do any washes because I'm just so happy with how these turned out. I definitely am going to do washes on the antelope head because that's one of the parts that I'm not happy with. So yeah. What material you never thought you'd as much as use in... I don't know, I use a lot of stuff. PVA glue, probably, because I didn't have... Here's the thing, most of these things are actually attached with full-strength PVA glue. And I never thought I was going to be able to use tacky glue specifically, because tacky glue is good. All you have to remember is it takes a long time to fully set. A long time. And as soon as you understand that, it's just like, okay, yeah. You understand. It just takes a long time to set. And you know what? Like, that's just how it is. Once you understand how tacky glue like works and stuff, it's very useful. Very, very useful. It's definitely something that I never thought I would use a lot, and boy, I ended up using it a heck of a lot, so that's very good. Tacky glue, tacky glue. It's the... Man, I love these things. This is working out so good. I love the white eyes, too. I don't think I'm changing those. I might use some soft tone. Why don't you... Yeah, I might use some soft tone, but I like those white eyes. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's see here. All right, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna use some brown tone on this. Definitely gonna use some brown tone on this gazelle head here to pull this together. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. God dang it, Neil Seguria. No, you're gonna get me. I'm sure that's... Yeah, that's not good. Alright, let's try the other Hot Day album, and we'll see. Let's go back to the Girls Who Care. I think I like that one better. Oh my goodness. I think this is turning out really nice for a thrown together project. I'm very happy with how this turned out. I mean, oh, look at that.
Alright, so we need to get the snakes dry brushed up a little bit too.
Yep.
Maybe I'll just do brighter. See how that works.
See how that works. All right. Let that dry.
You know what? I'm gonna use lighter. Light tone, soft tone, soft tone, soft tone, soft tone, soft tone.
So I'm just going to use some soft tone on the wings here to get rid of some of the little issues with the paint being impossible to get on these wings. And the little holes and stuff in the wings. So I'm using some soft tone. Try to blend together that stuff so it doesn't look so weird. I'm not like I'm doing little spots, so I'm not like gonna go crazy and like wash over the whole thing. I'm just doing little bits and pieces especially where these little frickin' holes are. That's impossible to get the paint in there. Slightly hit it a little bit so you don't ruin that lovely... The wings on this turned out really nice, so I don't want to ruin that. You know, this was an experiment, and you know what? I think the paint job came together so well that the head really isn't as noticeable as being like way too big for this, so I was worried about that for a little bit, no reason. Yeah, you know how it goes. You need to experiment when you're trying new stuff. Oh my goodness! This turned out so well. I am super proud of my dumb line that, I don't think I really want to... doing little parts and parts here and there of the main because I don't want to ruin the bits that I did. But I do want to differentiate parts a little bit, so I'm very carefully doing some very not strong wash, but the soft tone in the corners here. Okay, so the snake tails is still the problem here. Did you sculpt the head of the dragon? No, I didn't sculpt anything except the goofy snake tails. The snake tails I sculpted, and they're not the greatest, but no, these are all little toys that I found during my travels to Goodwill by the pound. So yeah. Best way to make a space hobgoblin miniature? I I have no idea. I mean, if you have any sci-fi miniatures that maybe you could kit bash some stuff. If you had a helmet that could fit on a hobgoblin, or maybe have the hobgoblin like temporarily taking off his helmet. But that's a tall order because I don't really do that much sci-fi stuff. Alright, have a nice night, Steven. Hey, Dragon MK123, what is up? This is just a stream where I have gotten way into this lovely Chimera miniature, which I made from little bits and pieces of stuff. It's really nice. I think this is it. I don't know if there's any much more I can do with this. It's turned out pretty dang good. I mean, the goat's a goat. I don't think I can really do much more. Nice little contrast there. This is just, I don't even want to mess around with it. I think this is going to be good. For Christ's sake. Everything's drying up so quickly. Oh boy. Oh, very nice. Well, I mean, the issue is that I can't really go to the thrift stores. That's why I did this whole project where I'm using up all my old stuff that I found at the thrift stores over the years. So a haul video, unfortunately, I can't do because I can't go to the thrift stores right now, unfortunately. You know, I am very, with my actual job, I'm very restricted of where I can go and stuff because, you know, I work with a lot of old people and stuff, and I can't... yeah, it's going to be very difficult for me to justify going to anywhere, pretty much. So yeah, thrift stores going to have to wait until the old thrift stores are safe for me to go to again. So that's just how it is. So another thrift store haul will have to wait. And unfortunately, the online stores for thrift stores are not very good at all. Because the resellers discovered Goodwill, the online store, years ago, so there has not been good prices there for many years. So yeah, I'll see. I'll wait and see. As soon as it's safe once again, I will straight up go to the thrift stores. But like, I mean, Goodwill by the pound is not a very healthy place to go to, like, normally. So certainly it's not like an option right now. Look at this. Look at this thing. This is way better quality than a pre-painted miniature. Way better quality. I mean, I spent a lot of time painting this. How long has this been going? Because I've been having a lot of fun here. Oh, how long has this been going? How long has this been going? Around 2 hours. I don't have to... because of the excellent thing here, it's like, you know, I have no clue how long it is, but yeah. I mean, even with a 2-hour paint job, I mean, like, this turned out really nice. I mean, even this one with the massive head, I mean, if you're looking at it for like 3 feet away, I don't think that is as much of an issue. And I think just the simple paint job really just, you know, I mean, these are toys and whatnot, so I mean, this is not like it's, I'm not going to get like really amazing looks from these miniatures, but this did teach me a lot of stuff, so I will definitely use what I learned painting these toys when I go on to another project. What a great project this has turned out to be. I really was not sure about this lion one. I thought this lion one was going to look stupid, and I thought it was kind of a waste of time for me to be doing it, but I decided, hey, you know, you're doing this, you might as well do both of these. You have the parts for it. Let's throw something together and see what happens. And dang, these turned out like looking frickin' amazing. And again, that bag of dragon parts, where it had the dinosaur stuff and the dragon stuff, I didn't think I was ever gonna, you know, use that. I mean, they didn't really. You'll see in the video. Like they were obviously toys meant to be like taken apart, and, like put together in different configurations. So like, you know, they were never gonna look all that great as they were. So, you know, I was actually considering just tossing them because, like, I didn't know what I would ever use those for. But the wings turned out to be perfect for this project. Absolutely perfect. Alright, this one I did not use at all. I can put that back. This one I did use. This one I did use. I used all these. Okay, so that'll be washed. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I'm going to do anything more with these. Wow. I mean... Even the goofy snakehead, which, you know, frankly is obviously the weakest part. Even that's fine. I think it actually helps from 3 feet away. I think it's perfect. Look at that. That is hilarious how well that turned out. Look at that. Look at how well that turned out. That is hilarious. Hilarious. Would any Muppets be a viable player characters? Sir, that's a question for your DM. I would assume if you're going to be playing a Muppet-centric game, that would be a very fun game to play, but I think everybody would have to be on board on that. You would have to have a DM who said, yes, you know what? We're going to play D&D and all the characters are Muppets. That would be hilarious. If you played it in the Muppet universe, or if you just had the Muppets just kind of fall into like the Forgotten Realms and have to run a game with a full party of Muppets. That would be hilarious. I think that would be very fun. Speaking of Muppets, I completely forgot about my other little guy here, so I think I will try to give him a quick dry brush of a lighter purple here. Try to tie him together a little bit. And maybe do one of even lighter. I don't know. We'll have to see how this turns out. Yeah, since what was it? Dark Crystal would be awesome. I mean, I'm sure there's a Dark Crystal RPG of some sort. If not an official one, then definitely one that somebody has come up with over the years. Addicted Miniatures and Loving. I work at a hospital. I don't go anywhere. Yeah, I mean, that's the... Yeah, I work in a building that is open to the public. It's closed right now, but it's going to be open again pretty soon, unfortunately. We're doing our best to be safe, but, I mean, it's just, you know, if you work with the public, and I work with a lot of older people and at-risk people and stuff, so I just don't feel like... I don't know, I think my own health is not the greatest, so I'm obviously a little bit worried about that, but, yeah, no, I don't want to risk... I don't want to risk my, my fellow coworkers. That would not be cool. Is there a 5e book for Dark Crystal? I honestly don't know. I'm sure there's some fan thing. I haven't looked into it. I really like the original Dark Crystal, but I just never got around to seeing the Netflix one. I probably should. I mean, I have Netflix. I'm paying for it. There we go. I don't think there's any... Their eyes are a little bit red. 3. Hey, let's see here. Perfect. And a little side project came out of this. The little deep sea worm guy. I think he's done. Ah. Yeah, there we go. He's good. I like him. I like that guy quite a bit. Quite a bit. Ah, lovely, lovely, lovely. Well, that was certainly a lovely bit of painting for a couple hours here, frankly. I mean, this is just turned out great. All right, let's check the chat because I have been. All right, squirrel up, bulk vending machines. Bulk vending machine buys, yeah, you know, I have looked into that. It's just not, that's not economically viable for me right now. Dark Crystal, yeah, I'll check that out. Crit Roll, yeah. The Adventure Zone. The Adventure Zone is like, that's fine. The reason the Adventure Zone works is because it's three brothers and their father, and if it wasn't for that, then that show would fall apart because like Griffin like really like falls into all the traps that like baby DMs always fall into. So not the greatest. I'm not really excited for. I don't even know what the D&D movie and the D&D show are, so I'm not really excited for any of those. Skeksis Mixtus, tried the Coat Swarms paint, supposed to be original Games Workshop. No! Coat Swarms, no. You know what? I really like the Army Painter stuff, which everyone says that the Strong Tome Army Painter is like exactly what a Graxis Earthshade used to be. And I love this stuff, so I've never used any of the original Citadel paint. I've heard good things about it, so you know, maybe I'll have to consider that. That'd be interesting to see what's going on. There we go. Alright, I'm done with that. I think he's looking good. The little deep sea worm guy. This is the guy that I sculpted out of leftover green stuff after making these chimeras. So I think he's done.
Hey, it's Hot Dad here. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like what
Thanks,
I'm
Hot
making,
Dad.
blast
I
that
hope,
subscribe button, smash the share, slam those social media links.
Yeah, so that's cool. Cool. Let's stop and let's do some synth as we leave. Reaper Kmart Acrylics 2. Never used Kmart Acrylics. Coat d'Arms. Premium Bear. You're better off with cheaper miniature guys. I like experimenting with paint stuff. So, Coat d'Arms. I've heard of that before. If I ever find them on sale, perhaps I'll try some out. Bolt Gunmetal. Reaper and Army Painter stuff. Yeah, I use whatever's cheap, and that has its drawbacks because, again, a lot of the stuff that I have is dried out because I got it on deep clearance because it's old. And old paint is frustrating to sometimes work with. Look at that. I mean, look at how well that turned out with the antlers. The guy there. Man, it turned out really nice. Dry brush that horn. It does deserve a little bit more of a dry brush. There we go. If I can continue to fiddle with these, then I'll continue to fiddle these for another hour and a half, which is dumb. Because this is just a project to see what I can make with these, and I think that this project was a tremendous success. Again, I thought this thing was going to end up looking like just hot garbage, and it's looking really dang good right now. Focus, please. It's not going to focus, is it? Anywho. I dunked the end of the thing here, so make sure. Dang it. Just give me some freaking paints, please. Alright. Let's get good. The dumb tail is bucking me, but you know what? it's fine. I don't want to. I should not have to spend like 1,000,000 years doing this. I mean, nobody's gonna notice. Look how good that looks. Dang, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. It fits perfectly on a large base too. And then this guy here, which I like the tail that I sculpted on this guy a little bit more. It's a nice tail. Kind of looks like the snake just died during the Chimera making process. And the wings are a little bit tilted to make room for the giant head. But, yeah, I mean, that's going to look nice on the table regardless. Regardless, you know? I mean, it's just a bunch of toys that I got for, like, you know, 13 cents at the Goodwill by the pound. So, heck yeah, I would say that's good. Use a thinner and shake your paints. Yes, I do. I do shake my paints, and I do use a thinner. I use, this is the flow improver that I like. So I did actually do that. That's how I got, so I do use a thinner. Unfortunately, with some of the older paints, even thinners don't help after a while, unfortunately. Okay, let's see here. EM4, Oathmark Garbage. So you talk about cheap miniatures? Somebody asked about cheap miniatures. All right. Cheap orcs, yes. EM4 has very good cheap orcs. They're the older kind, so they're going to be much smaller scale. You should see my video on that. Horde's Beginner's Box, yep, that's a good one too. If you can find a good deal on the Mantic Kings of War orcs, then you might want to check that out. Old paint needs a medium or thinner to refresh it, especially Armor Painter. Yeah, sometimes though it's just not it's not in the cards, unfortunately. Sometimes old paint, even with a thinner, yeah, it does not. I maybe have to try to use different thinners because I don't really. I just use the flow improver, which I'm not sure how much of a grade is that. I'll have to research that and see. Pawn shop sander and a harbor. Yeah, you can just do a shaker. Hordes 2 beginner player boss give a nice orc selection. Yeah, you could also look for, if you're looking for orc zombies, you can look for the Green Horde from the Green Horde zombies on eBay. Sometimes people sell those for cheap individually or in little packs of cheap orcs. Oathmark goblins, Tolkien looking, yeah, good stand-up, especially when it goes Pathfindery. Goblin band. All right. Nice. Yes, no more. It's all dried up. It's all dried up. It's all dried up. Alright, no more futzing. I'm done. Done with this project. Done. Alright. These turned out good. Alright. Alright then. Let's see how many people are. Is there anybody watching still? Still 10 people watching. Craziness. Alright then. Well, if anybody has any other questions before I call it. Grenadier Orc Riders. I don't know. Do not know about the Grenadier Orc Riders, sadly. Slipgate Choke Point hack of Black Half Trillion. I'll have to maybe research that. I've never heard that. Never heard of that. Might have to check it out. I do not know. Alright, so... So we have the Chimera here, which is very impressive looking. Still, that dragon hand's massive on this miniature, but I think it works a lot better now that it's painted. And the true surprise here, man, like, this thing, I did not realize this would turn out this nice. And it really did. The snake tail was a bit of a disappointment, but, you know, I can work on my sculpting. But yeah, this turned out really nice. And then the green stuff that I did to get the wings to fit in, and the goat head and the dinosaur head to fit in, and the wings itself, just a relatively simple paint scheme, but looking very good, very nice. Very happy with both of these. And of course, the leftover project here, the little deep sea worm guy. There we go. He turned out pretty good, and I don't really want to do much more with him. He's pretty simple. He's a pretty simple miniature, so yeah. All right then. All right then. Well, I will see you guys next time, and I will try, if I had that big painting project, I will try to give advance notice so people can hang out and stuff. But I will see you all later, and thank you so much for checking out my stream where I made some very cool, and these look so good from like a couple feet away. That's the big thing. These are really nice. Very nice, very nice. The classic. I ended up doing more of a, I mean, this, yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. All right then. And that is it. I will see you all later. And yeah, that's all. I can't think of anything to say. I'll be editing this video, so I have no idea when it's going to come up, because I got to edit all the footage, and I got to shoot more footage of showing off these sweet chimeras that I made with random parts of toys. And these will obviously make some very amazing custom D&D monsters. Look at that. Look at that. Look how well that turned out. The yellow eyes on the dinosaur guy. That's just a cheap dinosaur toy. You see those all the time. Cool stuff. All right. All right. Owlbear, yes. Next time I will definitely have to do some Owlbear stuff. Yeah, I'll keep the stream up if you want to watch it, the recorded version. Basically, I just painted up these chimeras that I made, John. So you didn't, Joseph. Sorry, you didn't miss that much. Next time, I will try to do something. Maybe when I do a Kit Bash miniature, I will try to do something with a Owlbear of some sort. I would hate to destroy an Owlbear miniature, but maybe I'll do like a, see if I can do a cast of a head, or maybe try to do my sculpting. Improve my sculpting and stuff. Again, I did pretty terrible. Again, like, the tail looks fine from a couple feet away. That's all it needs to. It doesn't need to be perfect. It don't need to be perfect, guys. And this tail is kind of hidden by the wings anyways. So, whatever. Alright then. You all have a nice evening, and I will see you next time. Again, I don't have any dates or anything. Oh yeah, I'm going to be doing Reddit. I am going to be doing the RPAN thing tomorrow. 6:45 p.m. on Reddit RPAN. If you just look up my Reddit account on RPAN, you can find it. It's linked somewhere. I'll just link it right now. Reddit. Go to my profile, reddit.com, user Blanco. It will pop up there, hopefully. And you can always look on RPAN if you can't find it via there. And I will be doing another improv D&D game. And so that'll be very cool. And there'll be some cool stuff, man. Yeah, but yeah, Reddit, RPAN tomorrow, D&D improv.
we enter the forest for a delightful, wonderful stroll through the forest. Well, nothing bad happens in a forest in D&D ever, so... I will see you all there. You all have a very nice evening, and I will be on Reddit again tomorrow, Eastern Time, 6:45 p.m. to do the stream. It'll be fun. And I will see you all later. Goodbye.